welcome to episode 23 of the Out of Bounds podcast. I go by the name of Ladale the Fashionista. As you can see, the big three is back in full effect. Introducing the man in the middle, our guy from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Mr. Donnie. Do not call me Donovan Wilkins. And last but certainly not least, on my far right, we got our young guy here, Mr. Noel Austin, aka Third Eye, aka Mr. Euro Step to Your Girl, and also no longer known as Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, man. I can't because I'm fully vaxxed, so that would kind of go against what all that nigga believes in. So I don't really think I can be Kyrie Irving anymore. I have to pick a. I have to pick a. It's a new season. The 75th anniversary season happens. I got to pick a new player to be. I don't know. I really didn't fuck with Kyrie, but that nigga really made me upset.
All right. So for those that don't know, because obviously, like we had some technical difficulties last week, so you couldn't give your full thoughts on Kyrie, so you couldn't be a part of that segment. So I'm gonna give you the floor to like explain like your issue with Kyrie Irving at this moment. Why you're no longer going by Kyrie?
It's just I don't know. It's one of those things because I think in this country, I think it's only in like America because I have a lot of friends like internationally, and they're just like, "What's the big deal?" And I don't know. I think it's America, just like this sense of like false information and wanting to be like, "Oh, like I have to do this for myself," and I'm like, I get it. Like, I was, my family was split down the middle. Like, my mom's half was like, "You shouldn't get it," like the government, man, and you should. My dad, who works for like the government's like, yo, just you're good, just get it. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll just get it. And I had to get it to go to certain events that were like, yo, you gotta be healthy. So, it's part of my job.
That's why I got it in April.
Yeah. So it's like if it's a part of your job, you should get it. And I mean, if you don't feel like getting it, cool, but you can't if you don't get it, you can't be upset with the consequences that come with not getting it. I'm all for someone having the freedom to be like, what, I don't want to get it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's fine, cool. But just understand there's gonna be consequences that come with not having it.
Cause and effect.
And if you're okay with that, more power to you, my brother. Do your thing. Because I don't care if you get it or not. I'm good. Like I'm fully back. I'm straight. But with Kyrie Irving, it's just one of those things where it's like, it's a part of your job. You're playing a professional sport around a lot of people, around teammates, around fans, and it's like, not only are you protecting yourself, but you're protecting your teammates and the fans, and then your family that you have to go back home to see. So it's bigger than you in a sense, and I think that's what the whole vaccination thing in this country is really about. Like, yo, it's bigger than just you or just Donovan or just Ladale. It's like, no, we get it. So herd mentality, whatever. So COVID can not essentially go away, but it's not as bad as it is now. So I think for Kyrie, I mean, he's entitled to his opinion. And we're entitled to say that your opinion's stupid. So I don't know.
I'll let you say it. Like I can't say that his opinion is stupid because
that's a joke. It's not stupid, but
I know what you mean. Because on the flip side,
are valid. I will say that for a fact. Because if you look at like America's and the government's history with like science and medicine and vaccinations, and especially in the Black community, it's like I understand the hesitation.
It's a Tuskegee experiment.
Yeah, exactly. So
I mean, I definitely get it. I just think I get it. I was hesitant to get it when it first dropped. A lot of people were. A lot of Black people were like, "Yo, I'm not getting that joint right now because I'm gonna see how they do it. I'm gonna see how it works in a couple months, and I'll go get it." So I was definitely on the fence of like, do I really want to get it? But it wasn't until I got it, and then my mom got it, and I saw how serious it was with my mom, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get this because I don't want to get it again, but also my family, wherever I go, my friends, my shorty that I be around with, like I want everything. I just chill on me.
Slipped up.
Nah, she knows who she is.
I catch everything.
Nah, she knows who she is. It's fine. But it's like, the people I be around, I want everyone to be safe. So it's like, I'm gonna just do that. I'm gonna do everything I can to be safe, and that's it. But if so, again, Kyrie, I get it. But you play for an organization. When you sign that contract, when you take the money to play for an organization, if their implement is like, hey, you have to get this because you're part of this team and you're part of this organization. And it's not like he's the only one that had to get it. Like everyone had to get it. So it's like you kind of have to do this. So it's like, I don't know. It's like your job saying like, dog, like we pay you. You do your
get the
job.
shot or retire, my guy. Like
it's kind of that easy. But again, you know,
I just feel like with these generations of players, they feel like they are above they're above reproach.
Because they make so much money.
That's why. But they have to understand that the league is going to continue on without you.
Exactly.
Like Michael Porter Jr. He was like, "Yeah, I don't." I'm like, "Dog, Denver's not."
He said he's immune to it,
bro. That's his.
He said he had it twice. I'm immune to it. I'm like
it's because he's mixed. That's what. It's not because he's mixed, but no, but it's just like people like Michael Porter Jr. He's like, I'm not gonna get it. I gotta see. I gotta do my own research. I highly doubt he's going home every night. Like
I totally forgot you was in the league, my guy.
Wait, see, like okay, that's just you. Like, how could you forget?
Yeah, that's what you.
Like Michael Porter,
like Bradley Beal, Michael Porter Jr. A lot of these front runner guys who are like, I won't say they're anti-vax, but they're definitely, I don't know, and they're like, I'm gonna do my own research. I highly doubt these guys are going home and like, so what did Dr. Fauci say today about the vaccine? Like, you're not, just be honest. Just honestly say, I don't want to get it. Like that, if you don't want to, I just don't want to get
it.
By
it. Yeah.
I'm cool with people that said they want to do their own research, but normally when people say that, they're just looking for,
a cop out.
Yeah, exactly.
A cop out is just information that confirms their own bias.
Like, what are you gonna find that these fucking PhD motherfuckers ain't
So you tell me Dr. Fauci's wrong? I'm not saying he's God, but it's like he definitely devoted his entire life.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Fauci said a bunch of bullshit. Though. Like, let's keep it.
But that's what science is. It changes over time.
I mean, science theories change, hypotheses change, like shit changes. But I mean, the vaccine, I get it. I mean, like you can't fuck up a vaccine. Like there's some things like being a doctor, when you do surgery, you can't fuck up in these situations. So like, if you're a scientist and you're making a vaccine for a new virus, you can't fuck up. Like there's no room for you to mess up. So I definitely understand how people are like, yo, I kind of want to get it because this is really, that was my thing. I'm like, yo, this is really brand new. There was no clinical trials. They just stamped it, got it out to everybody. So even me, I was like, I don't know about that.
It was emergency.
So I get the fear, but like I said, if your job or whatever, if you have to get it for whatever, if you so have to get it, you just have to get it. That's a part of just having a job or being a professional athlete or whatever. Like you just kind of have to get that. It sucks, but like Charlamagne said, Americans have too much freedom. Like that's it. And to an extent, I get it, but it's just like, dog, it's bigger than you. It's not all about you all the time. So
yeah. And not only that, but like we just have to be okay with not having access to like all the information in the world. Like not one person can know everything.
It's wild because a lot of Americans are Christians but have no faith in humanity. But Christianity is built on faith. That's the most ironic thing.
That's beautifully said. That's a clip.
That's the most ironic thing. It's like, oh my God, have faith of a mustard seed. So these doctors that have been practicing, I don't believe none of it. Like it's just like you don't have faith that these people know what they're doing, and that says a lot about America. It's like, yo, if you have faith in your country, then are you really even American? Like,
because God forbid if a loved one, anybody close to you, they need like emergency surgery for anything, you're not gonna be up in the hospital like, oh well, before you get this,
I need to
do research. Like,
yeah, what kind of procedure are you doing? Yeah, what kind of procedure are you doing? Like,
you're not gonna check like okay, like what's in this anesthesia, this and that. Like you're not doing none of that.
That's why for me, I had to get. That's why because I was in the middle about vaccination. That's why I got it because. It's not until you see like your parent who is older struggle with something that you got over really quickly. And so when I saw my mom, I'm like, you know what? I gotta get this. And it was just one of those things where it was immediate. I'm getting this because it sucks to see people go through it. I don't want to see no one around me go through it. I got it. It's hell. I don't like it. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do to make sure everyone's around me safe. Same way Damian Lillard said. I don't know. He said, I don't have all the answers, but I do know. I want my family to be safe. I want to be safe. I want my teammates to be safe. So I'm going to go get it. And that's what he did. So I can respect that because I felt the same way. So, that's my only thing. So Kyrie, you're a good basketball player. I get you're spiritual. You're doing your thing. I get it, my brother. But there's certain things where it's just kind of like there's certain lines where it's like, dog, like you gotta compromise somewhere, bro. Like you can't, you can't be an NBA player and be part of an organization, but then be a free spirit. That like isn't that contradicting of what a free spirit is because you're signing a contract to an entity. So it's like you're not really a free spirit. So it's, I don't know. It's just, if your job to get it, go get it.
And the dude talked about like it's bigger, like there's things in this society is bigger than basketball, but at the end of the day, you got the platform that you have due to basketball. Like that's what you get paid to do.
Yeah.
First and foremost. So you have to take care of that. But Kyrie, I'm saying like one thing else I would like defend Kyrie on, like I don't like how the media is jumping on him too much because it's been like this for the past 3 or so years, like as soon as he left Cleveland. Like the media has just been on his back.
But he put himself in this situation. First of all, you attack the media, so what we're going to paint you in a positive light?
No, I mean it's also the media's fault though, because the thing is, I mean we're in media, but you have to understand like it's what gets clicks, and it's like my thing is like the reason why I got into media was because I wanted to tell my people's stories the correct way, and for me, Kyrie is still, I may not agree with him, but he's still a black man, and I get it. Like he was just frustrated with the media and how like they portrayed players and their mental health and all that stuff. So it wasn't until he started speaking out against that where it's like, yo, like that's kind of fucked up that y'all are doing this. And then they're like, oh, well, the Kyrie's this, Kyrie's that. It's just like, so I get like,
And not only that, but the racial bias within the media. Because, by the way, before I make this point, I do not condone domestic violence. Nobody on this panel condones domestic violence. I think it's safe to say that. But when a black player gets involved with a domestic incident, it's headlines. It's all over the news wire. Mm-hmm. But like, let's say for instance, the Giants. I remember they had a kicker named Jason Brown. He got into for like getting to an incident with his wife, and basically the pundits on ESPN kind of questioned like why should he be suspended for a game? I got because there's like some type of I don't remember the whole story, but I'll link it down in the YouTube description. And also Chad Wheeler, the offensive lineman who used to play for the Giants and the Seahawks. He got
I'm about to say, yeah, because it was he had a black wife and he like beat her to where like they showed photos like it was gruesome and they were just like, oh okay, it's like they didn't really question or they didn't put it out there on ESPN that he did this, but
right?
So there's definitely a racial. I mean, because media plays on stereotypes.
Yeah, then we have Deshaun Watson. Basically, it's all just rumor and innuendo. How the media basically just trying to crush this dude. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Deshaun Watson, that's a sticky situation. I don't even want to talk. Like that's one of the I don't know about that. That's one of those where you're just like, I'm gonna pray for you. Like that's one of those you just.
Yeah, like don't get like if he's guilty of the charge, it is what it is. But like so far it's just all rumors, like no facts whatsoever. Like women just coming forward with their story. And I know like the whole believe women this and that, but it's just like there's nothing really tangible there compared to these people like Chad Wheeler, Jason Brown. There's tangible evidence, what they did.
Was evidence. Her face was, God bless her. Her face was just, you could tell like he did it. He had a mugshot, and he was just cheesing in his mugshot. Like you knew he did it. Like you didn't have there had to be like an investigator to see like, yeah, he probably most likely did this. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. There's definitely racial bias in media where it's like, and the thing is, we play on stereotypes, and in this country, there's so many stereotypes against black people, especially black men and black women, that are played on in the media a lot of times. Serena Williams, when she had Simone Biles, even Naomi Osaka, even though she's Japanese and Haitian, but she's still a woman of color that's still taken, like the media takes her not indirectly, but they misunderstand her, misconstrued what she's trying to say to people. And it's like, you could tell they're playing on these stereotypes. And it's just like, even Simone Biles, like, so it's wild to say, oh, there's no racial bias. It's like, no, everything goes back to race in this country. Whether you want to believe that or not, that's just the cold hard facts. I've done the studies. I would know. Like my mind is in sociology. Trust me. I've read the studies. I know it goes all the way back to race. So
yeah, that's why I don't really give people like Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving shit when they just like just don't want to deal with the media.
Yeah, like
I can respect that.
You know what I mean? But most certain know that the main thing that you want to take away from it that Kyrie Irving should just focus solely on his job, which is to play basketball.
Yeah.
Right. And speaking of people that should focus on their jobs and do their jobs, we got your guy, Donovan, Mr.
Don't claim
Ben Simmons.
City of Philadelphia.
That was an amazing transition. We had a good transition, guys.
We do not claim that man.
We had a good transition, good segue. I love that.
Because I remember Donovan last week because we spoke about how Ben Simmons, how basically he's gonna report to training camp and all this and that. Because we all said that he don't want to lose too much money. And you said last week that you will welcome this dude back with open arms.
And
now here you are with new information, and now you don't want him. Explain why. Explain to the people why.
Well, I decided to get up and do my morning jog.
God!
I get alerts coming through my phone, and one of them happens to be that Ben Simmons is not going to report to the press conference that was set up by the Sixers PR, the one that I was actually waiting 25 minutes for in the queue. And everybody's chatting like, yo, where's Ben? Like, is he choking? Like, B Rabbit and 8 Mile? So that goes on. Then I get another alert saying that, he's been kicked out of practice. Then another one saying he's been suspended. So here's my situation on Ben Simmons. He can go to hell. I'm gonna say it right there.
It's not that deep.
It is that deep. Hold on.
Y'all Philly niggas go crazy.
I know in New York and Atlanta, y'all don't give a shit because y'all.
We give a shit about our sports.
We care, but it's not that deep.
It's different in Philly, okay?
Oh wow.
We are a sports town. I know y'all known for your hot wings and strip clubs. New York is known for
New York is
the hip hop, nigga. Like New York is known for hip hop.
Philadelphia is known for their sports. So yeah,
I would say cheesesteaks, nigga.
Y'all are famous for a sandwich. Stop it. I don't want to
get out of here.
Y'all famous for a sandwich. That's mid. You're famous for a sandwich.
Right.
That's mid. I don't want to talk about it.
I could go to Ray's Diner right now and they got Philly cheesesteak up on. That's how impactful Philly is. Y'all know
Ray's Diner?
Yeah, impactful on the sandwich.
Ray's Diner in New York. Philly cheesesteak. That's
what just for cheesesteaks.
We got a Big Dave's Philly cheesesteak in Atlanta. I can go get that there. I don't gotta go to Philly to get it. Like, bro,
but what does it say? What does it say? Dave's Philly cheesesteak, right?
It says Big Dave's Philly cheesesteak.
We're saying that y'all know y'all know
for a sandwich.
We're not known for a sandwich, all right? Let's get one thing straight here.
Oh my! I forgot.
We wouldn't be talking on this podcast.
I forgot. They're famous for a fake boxer, a fictional boxer.
Oh yeah, signed in the Declaration of Independence in the U.S.
Wow,
Congress.
You're famous for a group of white men that had slaves.
That's all I got to bring to the table. Okay. There would be no United States without Philly.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Maybe we wouldn't be here.
Okay, all right.
We wouldn't be here
if they didn't drink us.
Maybe I'll still be in Nigeria chilling, buddy. I don't know.
I'm probably in Ghana right now.
Exactly, chilling, bro. Like,
why am I?
Maybe it's not a bad.
Playing soccer.
I'm just saying.
Getting that FIFA.
Never forget Philly. But back to my circle point is we are a Philadelphia is a sports town.
Okay.
That's what we are.
Not cheesesteaks town, man. Shut up. Stop. You're
barely famous for hip hop. You got Uzi and Meek Mill. That's it.
Hate.
Wait, don't disrespect Freeway now.
I don't know who that nigga is. I'm sorry. That nigga. I don't know who you claim. I'm right now. I don't know who you claim, what you do, bro. I don't know you like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening.
Wait, who else for these guys?
We got Benny Siegel.
Oh yeah, Benny.
Anyway, Benny Siegel about that action. Hey, Benny Siegel, we fuck with you over here, bro.
We got a couple of celebrities.
Benny Siegel. Oh no,
Will Smith.
What about the two dudes that do the podcast on Barstool?
Fuck that.
Dave Portnoy.
Nah, the two black ones. Of course, you know the white ones.
I don't know the black ones.
Jesus God! I try to help you out every.
The only black man this man knows is Donald Glover.
No, that's not.
He's kind of right because you've been posting about your story a lot. I'm like,
I'm keeping the streak going. There's a reason for everything.
Whatever. All right.
You do kind of look like Donald Glover though. No cap.
Don't get this nigga hype because now he gonna be on this. Don't tell this nigga he's oh really? Man, it's like don't say this
because I've been hearing it all my life. So it's
oh my god, hear this nigga go.
I ain't even have to bring it up.
But yeah, Benny Siegel by the action. I fuck with Benny Siegel. Shout out to Benny Siegel, even though I'm 21. I listened to your music before, so
I mean, all I'm saying is Ben can never show his face here again.
For sure. Even if he jump, like he go dead ass get jumped.
And I loved what Joel Embiid said because he's sick and tired of this shit too. I mean, our season's about to start.
Joel has no filter.
I mean, Joel. I mean, are we
that dude's a PR nightmare.
No, honestly, he is.
You got like
it's like nigga, we told you not to say these things.
But he's kept his mouth quiet so many times. I mean, yes, he's always had like no filter, but it's recently where he's finally taken on that role as our franchise, our leader. So it's like, say this shit. He said, "I don't give a fuck about this man." He said it. And he also said
he said, "I don't care." He didn't curse, but okay.
I use colorful language.
I don't give a fuck. Like he said, "I don't care." You know what I'm saying?
We'll say that. And he also said this organization is not here to babysit anybody. So I mean, he's right. And what Doc Rivers said in the interview was like he wasn't participating. So go home.
This is low key Philly's fault too. Like I'm gonna tell you right.
It's not our fault.
I said the same day last week.
Hear me out. Hear me out. I used to not like Ben Simmons, but during this whole transgression, I get a new respect for Ben Simmons a little bit. Hear me out. My thing is, this is low-key Philly's fault. Just because it's like, you're bringing back a player that this man, he sold his place in Philly, literally went to his house in LA, did not show up at all. And then,
correction.
Wait. Okay, they went out to LA to try to get a meeting. He said repeatedly, "I do not want to play in Philly." He said, he's like, "Yo, I'm not coming back." He said, "I'm not playing. If just trade me." This man would rather go to the Sacramento Kings at this point than play in Philly. Like this man just wants to leave, and Philly wants so much for Ben Simmons in a trade. It's their fault because they can easily get rid of Ben Simmons, but obviously they want some collateral in giving away.
I will agree with you with that, yeah.
But the thing is, if Ben Simmons is as bad as Philly is saying he is, why do you want so much for him? If he's this bad,
I don't think our organization ever said that he's that bad. I mean, look at the stats. He's still a 3-time All-Star, and he's still like runner-up and defensive player of the year. So he's not a scrub. Like he's not.
He's not a max contract player either.
We said he's not a max contract player. Like he's not a scrub.
No, Philly is wheeling and dealing Ben Simmons like this nigga Stephen Curry. Like
they're going by his old stats, which I think I will agree with you, Noel.
Donnie, we said this.
We should have traded him a long time ago.
Donnie, we said this about a month ago. Like, all right, Ben Simmons, he was an all-star in the East. But in the Western Conference, he's not starting.
It's Philly's fault.
I'm telling you right now, if Ben Simmons goes
Philly's fault that
he's a 6 man off the bench.
It's Philly's fault that we moved Jimmy Butler because we wanted to make him happy.
The finals. What are you talking about? It was still y'all's fault because like y'all were like Jimmy Butler is so bad. This man went to the Miami Heat and literally took them to the finals, and they were like trash that season.
Nobody said he was bad. It was Ben Simmons. He didn't like the fact that Jimmy Butler was the closer. So what did we do? We had to choose between one or the other.
And y'all were stupid and chose Ben Simmons, and now look what happened.
And that's what Embiid said.
I'm not even gonna hold it. I thought that was the right call at the time.
I guess at the time, but even at that time, Ben Simmons was still inconsistent. So it was just like,
but you still going to take a younger guy
because Jimmy kind of had this reputation as this dude that would come into an organization like he think he's the alpha dog, where he really don't have like nothing.
When the man's been a journey player,
like, he had like no clout. Like he went like in Chicago, like basically he took over for like because D Rose's team at the time, and then Rose got hurt, and Jimmy Butler became like the lead dog in Chicago, but the team would either barely make the playoffs or miss it entirely. Then he goes to Minnesota, trying to bring like this whole culture to Minnesota. Got to with Cat and Wiggins. Then he had to ship his ass on out. He goes to Philly. I guess things kind of worked. I guess you could say
it did work. It was Ben Simmons' jealousy, and it's not something new.
But he has his reputation for challenge. Like I was told that he was challenging Brett Brown.
Yeah,
during like the coaches meeting, like you can't have that. So
and I just think Philly.
The only thing I will say Philly is wrong with is what I'd agree with Noel was. They should have traded him sooner.
Yeah,
but this is not Philly's fault. They tried
definitely
trainer. They tried talking to his trainer and his agent to get his brother out of there because his brother was the shooting. This is not Philly's fault. And I'm sick of this narrative acting like that. Now everybody sees that he was on the biggest stage and he dropped the ball. Now everybody who hasn't been following the Sixers for all these years, now they want to come this year after seeing him pass up that dunk. And now all of a sudden everybody knows everything about our laundry.
I think it's Philly's fault for a totally different reason. Like me and Noel, we're on the same page here, but I think it's for a totally different reason. And you already know, Donnie, with Doc Rivers throughout the whole playoffs, when the reporters asked like, "Yo, shouldn't you bench Ben Simmons?" He was like, "Are you kidding? Bench Ben Simmons?"
And what did he do? Defend him, right?
Yes, he defended him.
Okay, then. All right, move on. Let's
go. As soon as they got eliminated, they asked him, like, "Do you still believe in Ben Simmons as your starting point guard going into next season?" Dude said, "I don't know."
And what did he say? I don't know.
I don't know. But she was defending this man like throughout the whole thing. As soon as you get eliminated, you basically
I'm not the coach because I would have said we packing this bag right now.
Ladale's on to something because it's like as a coach, if you gotta stick by what you say. If you say nah, we gonna ride with Ben Simmons, and you eliminate like I don't know about that guy. Like that's the choice you made. Like
moments after losing a game 7 to a team that we easily should have swept their asses.
You know what I'm saying?
The city. I'll give you that.
At the end of the day,
so come on. All emotions were high.
At the end of the day, you're a head coach, right? The head coach is supposed to have the best interest of his players. You gotta defend your players in the public. You cannot. He basically threw him under the bus.
Basically, that's
what he did.
And and that's why I get Ben Simmons a little bit. He said, "Why would I come back and play for someone that threw me under a bus?"
You think the Philadelphia fans want you?
That's
the front office.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If Ben Simmons goes to a team and Buddy becomes an all-star and he get a because I see Ben Simmons as Lonzo Ball a little bit, just in the sense of you're at an organization that doesn't know how to mold you and work with you yet. If Ben Simmons
let's really
listen.
We didn't surround him with shooters. But come on.
That's fine. But the thing is, Lonzo was around a pretty decent squad, but again, you don't have a team that wants to put in the work to build him as a player. Chicago, they took him and it's like, oh, now Lonzo's dropping his 3-point percentage is pretty good. Really good, actually. So, like, Ben Simmons needs to go to.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you a question, though. What could the Sixers organization could have done better to better develop Ben Simmons?
Believe in your players. Even when he came in
believe in his players for 4 years until this year.
I mean, yes, you drafted him, didn't you?
So what would they have done better?
You believe in your player until his contract's up. And if by the time for the discussion for an extension comes up, if he's not producing what y'all wanted, get rid of him. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Because it's like, if for 4 years you don't, like, if you draft, how high did he go in the draft? I think he was what? The number?
He was number one.
You're telling me you're going to treat a number. And the thing is, I get on to rookies too, where it's like, y'all have to understand, these kids are still rookies.
Yeah.
So they're not, most rookies, even in the NBA when it comes out, a lot of them aren't going to come out the gate and be LeBron James all the time. That's what I said about Lonzo Ball. That's what I said about a lot of drafts.
Isn't DeAndre Ayton in the
DeAndre Ayton? There's a lot of kids that need to develop, and Ben Simmons needed to develop. That's what I'm saying. Ben Simmons needs to go to a team where they will let him develop. Philly, like you said, is a sports team. Philly's a really rough seed to play any professional sport in. Yeah. It's not a place to go develop, really. Ben Simmons really want to go develop. Go play in Toronto.
It definitely happened with Fultz. So
like Toronto Raptors have like the best developing organization to develop players. He needs to go to a team that wants to develop him, because if Ben Simmons gets a shot and will have the confidence to shoot and still go and still be the dominant player he is, there's no doubt this man's gonna be an all-star. He needs an organization that believes in what he's doing. Like, yo, you gotta go shoot the gym. We're gonna get you a shooting coach. My nigga, the only thing you're doing is shooting.
And he needs an organization that's just gonna let him do whatever he wants.
No, I mean no, because
we did try to get him new shooters.
No, but
we did try to get him new coaches.
The thing is, he needs to shoot. They did everything. They gave him the shooters. They did everything, but encourage him to be a better.
It's shooter. A confidence. You can surround people with you can surround this nigga with all stars, but if this man does not have the confidence to pull the trigger to shoot when he needs to shoot, he's not gonna do that if he has all stars or nobody. It's just himself.
Okay, so let me ask you that question: is that the Sixers' fault? Is that Ben Simmons' fault?
That falls on the organization.
There's blame on both sides, but at the end of the day, like you drafted a kid, like you got to develop him.
Exactly. There's blame on both sides. Ben Simmons could have treated this situation better. By the end of the day,
y'all handled this whole situation with Band-Aids, basically. Y'all handled this. Y'all put a Band-Aid on something that needed surgery.
I mean, we should have traded him during the James Harden trade, but
or just develop him like any other team. Like just develop him.
What could we do? Because I heard the reports.
G League, nigga. I don't know. Like,
nah, they definitely not doing that.
That's drastic.
You think Ben Simmons is gonna settle for that so he can retire like Kyrie?
Yeah, nigga, you still under like my thing is, as an organization, you have to come to your players that you draft number 1 overall in the first round. Be like, yo, dog, you got a shooting problem. What is it? You have to have a conversation. Is your confidence with shooting? All right, cool.
But they did try changing his shooting coaches. This is not something new that just come up that we just figured out that he didn't know how to shoot. It's been reports over the 4 years that they tried getting him coaches. They tried getting him a psychiatrist.
If a player does not feel that they have the confidence within that organization to play to the best of their abilities, they're just simply not going to do it.
But that's not our fault. That's the problem that he needs to work at. That we tried helping.
You're saying it's not.
He does, but I think Doc Rivers really contributed to like this shit just going sideways.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna put it to you like this. I'm gonna put it like this. You to like both of you. I'm about to break the fourth wall for all of our viewers here. That, like, for instance, right? Let's say, for instance, no, you just cover Afro Punk. You know, Donovan, you're about to cover a film festival out in Philadelphia, right? Let's say, for instance, these people reach out to me, like these event coordinators, and they like, oh, like, tell me about Noel, tell me about Donovan, and I'll be like, well, like I don't know, like they could be good, they might not be good, like. I'm just using this as an example, right? And this gets back to you guys.
He was like, I'm just letting y'all niggas know it's not true.
It's not true.
Y'all know.
They're great, ladies and gentlemen. They're great, but like, if this was to get back to y'all, would y'all still want to, want to contribute? Knowing that if this is what I said about you guys, would y'all feel some type of way?
That's literally my point. That's
here's the thing. Do I have a PR? Do I have a PR agent?
No, oh my God! Stop being
that they can contact. Because if you're saying you're the coach, then that means I must have a PR person who also handles my shit, right? Because you're my editor, right?
Why do you do
so they will go talk to my agent and they can, bam, he worked at Firefly. He did Governor's Ball. He did the fashion. He did the flower show. He did this. He did this. Like these guys. So there could be like a list of accolades that I have.
Like this. That's just.
It's the Pisces in it.
It's something in him.
I'm so passionate because
you have an agent, like, bro, you're a journalist. What the fuck? Look, you have an agent? Like,
I'm number 1 draft pick, baby.
Nigga think
my writing speaks for itself.
He'll come out. I need an extension. Look at like, nigga, what?
You right?
Extension? Oh, damn, Ladale, my bad. I just did the block high. Nigga go ask for extension. Like, hey, my nigga. Like,
I think like my whole argument stems from, and it's not so with like Sixers fan and organization. It's the fact that every time I go on Twitter or Instagram, I see a whole bunch of people who are not Philadelphia fans who recently just started following the team news after the past. Yeah,
it's gatekeeping ass niggas. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna say because y'all haven't been struggling with us. Y'all wasn't with us. Y'all wasn't with us when tickets were $8 a game, and I can get a hot dog and a soda and still have money left over to get my girl a cab fare. Y'all wasn't
that
should during that era.
Every sporting event ever.
Why you complaining about that?
Exactly. I'm complaining. It's too cheap. Isn't that a good thing? It's not expensive enough. I ain't even drop a rat.
Exactly.
The rafters, nigga.
Like y'all wasn't watching us when you was watching trash ass motherfuckers. Tony Warren coming up and down the court.
Ooh, what is that nigga, bro?
He be progressing to like an 80 something and 2K.
Man.
Like so yeah, I do gatekeep a little bit because, like I said, these people just started following these news at the playoffs. They haven't seen the reports over the past 4 years. So now they think they know everything about what it is within this organization. Like, oh, yeah, the 76ers did them dirty. What about the motherfucker who's been fucking for 4 years showing summer videos?
Wait, he been fucking for 4 years? What the hell?
You caught that, right?
I'm fixing my lighting. I just hear this man been fucking for 4 years. Like, wait, whoa.
You're fucking trash for 4 years. Like, what's like Shaq said it best. Like,
I know we're not talking about Brittany Reiner right now, but like, like
Shaq said it best. It's like Philadelphia doesn't want to see no fucking summer videos. We don't want to see your Lamborghini. We don't want to see all this shit. Play your heart out and we'll support you.
He said, pour your heart out. Now this turned into certified lover boy too.
It definitely
like,
is.
What are we talking about, guys?
But yeah, I'm ride and die with my Sixers, man.
Okay. Guess you're gonna die with no championship.
You thought you was riding.
When's the last time the Hawks won one?
Did they beat your niggas last year? I want to hear.
No. You said championship. Don't change the subject.
Yeah.
When's the last time the Hawks won one?
We got a championship.
As a matter of fact, let's take it to a different sport. When's the last time the Falcons won one?
I'm not a Falcons fan, so that don't affect me.
Oh, okay. So now you don't claim Atlanta.
He's a Chargers
fan. Haven't we talked about this, Ladale? I don't think this man listens. I definitely said I'm definitely a Chargers fan.
And he's a Chargers. We both got two homegrown motherfuckers who just don't support their home teams.
I mean, then Ladale celebrates. He fucking goes to the Dallas Mavericks, and the niggas in New York. Don't talk to me about it. Don't talk to me.
Get on him. He's on the other side of the world.
Like, no, I'm like, yo, if I'm going down, Ladale going with me. Like, we gotta go do this shit to leave. But no, like, yeah, I go for the Raptors. Yeah, I like Toronto. I want to live there one day. Yeah, so I'm gonna go for the Raptors.
Two of the best players on my team are white niggas.
Hey, that's wild. Hey, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you, my boy. Atlanta got Trae Young. And the only reason why I'm a Hawks fan now, but I'm a Hawks fan because they actually got a team. But before I was still a Hawks fan. We had like Josh Smith and Jeff Teague and Kyle Korver. Like I still watched the Hawks.
Bro. That was a fun squad.
That was a fun squad. I still watched them. It's just like I like the Raptors too. Like, so it's like, wait, can we talk about? I hate when people are like, you can't be like, I just enjoy sports. I can like more than one team. Like, stop pocket watching. Like, what are you doing? Like, bro, like,
I'm gatekeeping the sport.
Stop team watching, nigga. Like you
want us to struggle? Like this nigga's Falcons are trash. The Jets and Giants are both trash. Like you're the only dumbass that want to root for your hometown team.
Yeah, so now I'm a dumbass now because
the shoe fit now.
I was fucking. I feel like that's a good segue to get into best and the worst from Week 6 in the NFL because unfortunately Doc Rivers is not the only coach in the world of sports to throw his player under the bus. Our guy, well, not really our guy, but Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions, after the Lions took the L this past Sunday, Dan Campbell took the opportunity to throw his quarterback Jared Goff under the bus, basically saying how Goff needs to play better. So he's basically
your job, though.
He basically said that we need more out of him. So
isn't that your occupation, bro? Like what?
I know. Like, but mind you, this is the same head coach that in his introductory press conference talk about chewing the kneecaps of players. So like,
fire this man.
He's a wild one. He's a wild one.
I gotta let him go. This white man instantly. Like, what do we?
So like, Dan Campbell is getting my worst of the week from Week 6 of the NFL.
Yeah, fire that man. This man said I chew kneecaps. This man needs to be tagged. I don't even know what that is. But no, I mean, I didn't actually. Wow, I didn't watch a lot of. I watched a few. I watched the Cardinals play. I saw my Chargers lose to your Ravens. I
Yes,
remember
sir.
that. Yeah,
Yes,
I'll hear that.
sir.
I'm gonna hear that for the rest of the year. But I guess I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna say the Lions. I would say the worst. I would go with the Lions. Yeah, because that's wild. Because it's like no, like that's your job. Don't. Well, he should play better.
He
You're
broke the
starting
cardinal
him.
rule, and this is why. I kind of like I can't just to go back, not to go back fully on the Ben Simmons thing, but this is why I kind of see where he's coming from. Because at the end of the day, if you're my head coach, how can you go to the media where they go criticize me regardless? Because that's their job
And you
to
double
criticize.
down.
And you double down, and you basically
I will agree with
terrible.
That part, but if you actually played like a number one overall pick, we wouldn't be having.
How about you develop your number one overall pick?
That's crazy.
Oh, we have. Like I said, we have.
Wait, you have? That's why he's still terrible. Oh my God, no accountability.
Who's someone supposed to be in the gym? Come on, man. Come on,
bro. Y'all pay this.
You seriously can't think it's our
Ben Simmons highlights of being
develop.
No. Ben Simmons highlights of being 76ers is dating a Jenner and then getting dumped by her, and then the check,
and then putting out fucking workout videos.
I ain't gonna lie, he do be hooping in the workout videos though.
But so I don't know why the fuck can he transition?
Because y'all don't trust him to hoop.
Sorry.
So back to the NFL.
Yeah, back to the NFL.
I was making a comparison, but Jared Goff was a number one overall. But Jared Goff was a number one overall pick, just like Ben Simmons. So
he definitely was.
Yeah. I believe they came out the same year too, if I'm not mistaken. They both came out the same year. They respect the sport.
I'm old.
When that shit hits you, man,
it hit me. I'm like, man, I do remember, but I was like in what grade school, my nigga? Like I was like in
my
school.
God.
Anyway,
say he was in grade school.
No, but like Jared Goff, like I would take that as the worst take because, like, yo, again, as a coach, like, why are you throwing your quarterback or your play like what? Isn't that he play better? Well, aren't you with him at practice? Like, isn't that your job? Like, I don't know. It's the lack of accountability in these organizations. Like, it's just say you did a bad job. Like, that's it. Simple.
And also, if I had to go for like best from week 6 of NFL, I had to give it to Derrick Henry because I remember when I said
that was gonna be my pick, man.
I remember when I said early before the season started, after 2,000 yard season, I do not see this dude have
we did say
like that.
He made his better words.
But this man leading the league in rushing at over 700 yards through 6 games.
But he's had like 10 touchdowns over the past 3
I'm not gonna hold you. I saw him. He had a breakout run.
That dude's a machine, bro.
This man was running so fluidly, and he's like what?
Human cheat code.
He's like he was
like 240.
Bro, they were bouncing off him, and he's just running so fluidly, like nothing's happening around him, and he's just running. And niggas are just running so fast. He's just like he's jogging. I'm like, yeah, this man's not human.
Yeah, won me 45 points in my fantasy.
Yeah, if you didn't draft Derrick Henry in your fantasy, you're down.
Ladale was telling me he's not going to have that good of a season.
I'm eating crow right now. But at the same time, it's still early. He could teeter off, but for right now, he's definitely my best from week 6.
I say my best. I would say Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray is on track. If Kyler Murray is consistent with playing as the Cardinals are playing, I wouldn't be mad at him being the MVP for the season, or him or Derrick Henry being the MVP for the season. Because I even said this before when Kyler Murray got drafted. I'm like, give Kyler Murray a couple years and he gonna play. He's gonna be a Pro Bowler and he's gonna be an MVP.
I
could tell.
Definitely didn't see him coming out like that because he started off slow.
I mean, again, I think as sports fans, we have to give rookies a grace period to develop, and after a certain amount of years, like, bro, you've been here for a minute, like you gotta see
some change.
Well, Kyler is in his 3rd year, so normally for a quarterback, like that's the time where you're really supposed to, take that leap.
And plus, being a quarterback in the NFL, like that's a big job. Like I don't think people understand, like just playing quarterback in the position of being a quarterback in general is a really daunting task. Like, it's
bright lights and just
the bright lights of high school football. It's not. Oh man, it's not fun. I'm glad I played defensive end. I did not play. I was like, I'll hit niggas. Like, I'll do that, but I'm not. No.
And also on another note, in regards to NFL, prayers up to Darryl Taylor, the edge rusher for the Seattle Seahawks. He suffered a very traumatizing and serious injury against the Pittsburgh Steelers during Sunday Night Football. He got carted off the field. It looked very nasty. It looked nasty, but I hear that
I'm gonna feel bad tonight if I see it.
But I'm here that he's moving his extremities, so prayers up to Darrell Taylor. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. And yeah, man, just hope that you could play the game that you love again. That's the best way I could put that, But Donovan, what's your worst of the week? With that being said, is it the Eagles? Is it Jalen Hurts? Is it Nick Sirianni?
Is it Howie Roseman? It's the Eagles organization.
Wow, back to
I will say the silver lining is the way this season's looking out, and for the Dolphins, we will have 3 of the top 10 picks next draft. So I guess we could look on the bright side of that.
Y'all can't draft nobody though.
But in all honesty, I'm more pissed that the fucking Dallas Cowboys are doing so fucking good. So I mean,
yeah, Dallas got a squad. I'm not gonna hold you.
Cowboys fans. Oh yeah, Trayvon Diggs. He has to be like an honorable mention because this dude, like, he's
a beast.
He's just like his brother Stephon, man. Like,
and it's wild that they had to move him from receiver to cornerback. And he got hands.
And shout out to the Monday night primetime games. They have been something to.
Oh yeah, those games have been on point.
Yeah,
those games have been on point for sure. That Bills Titans game last night, that was something. That was something. Especially when it came down to that 4th and 1, Josh Allen trying to dive in. Like, that was,
what the fuck? That's dangerous right there.
You guys, but I want to wrap up this show with our 2-minute drill real quick, and I want to ask 2 questions because, as you all know, at the time of this recording, NBA season tips off tonight. Brooklyn Nets, Milwaukee Bucks, Game 1. Warriors, Lakers, Game 2. What do you guys think would be the headline tomorrow morning when you turn on ESPN, when you turn on FS1, NBA TV? What do you think would be the number 1 headline?
Ben Simmons was traded. I hope, but no.
Fuck, man, you just ruled my question number 2.
I think go ahead, no. No, I think the headline is gonna be.
That's a good question.
That's a really good question. I gotta think. I think it's gonna be how overrated the Lakers are gonna be.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
How overrated because the Lakers.
Because they're gonna start whirling with that shit.
Don't get me wrong. They have a squad. They still have a decent team, but
they have a lot of experience.
I don't see the Lakers squad going deep in the playoffs. That's just my opinion. I don't think having Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, like a lot of seasoned older veterans, which is fine. And you're playing fast-paced teams like the Grizzlies that have a Ja Morant who can go coast to coast multiple times and not be gassed, or the Phoenix Suns. Even in the West, the Utah Jazz and Donovan Mitchell and Jordan Clarkson, those guys that still got gas in their tank. They may prove me wrong, but I just think the Lakers team this year is an overrated, overhyped team just because of their name. I mean, Russell Westbrook had 7 turnovers in the first game of the preseason, which again is a preseason game, but
it's first look.
You practice how you play. That's how I look at it. So it's like, okay, it's a preseason game, but like that's still not good. Like you don't want 7 turnovers. So I think the Warriors are going to give them a competition. I think the Warriors beat them in preseason anyways. So it's like Jordan Poole probably going to be most improved player this year. Shout out to Jordan Poole and the Warriors. But
6 men.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to them. But yeah, I think it's going to be how overrated the Lakers are going to look this season. I may be wrong, but I just think they're an overrated team this year. So
I think either Durant or Harden is going to be hit with like an ankle injury.
Oh my!
Nothing major. Something minor.
You out here wishing injuries on people.
Oh, well, I never said I wish. I never said I wish.
Last week, I think I said the Utah Jazz were going to suffer a rash of injury that will prevent them from making the playoffs.
Oh my god!
I did say some shit like that.
That's what
y'all
seemed
wild.
like happened to the fucking Titans last.
Oh my god!
See, now, honestly, we don't wish injuries on nobody, but
yeah.
But I'm just
you asked. He's gonna be out for the season.
You asked for the headline. I'm just saying it. I think one of them is going to take an injury, a minor injury.
I think the headline. I think the Lakers are going to beat the Warriors tonight, but I think it's going to be closer than many people think. And I think a lot of people are going to be asking, like, will Russell Westbrook, like, can Russ and LeBron play together? Because I think that one of them is going to have a bad game. We all know it ain't going to be Braun.
one of them is going to have to take a back seat during this season.
Yeah, and LeBron is. It's been a minute since LeBron has taken the back seat and just coasted. So we gonna see.
But I think that's gonna be the secondary headline. I think the primary headline is obviously gonna focus around the Nets Bucks game, and I think the Brooklyn Nets are gonna beat Milwaukee tonight. I think they got something to prove. I think the headline is gonna be: do they need Kyrie Irving after all?
That's good.
They don't, but yeah.
I mean, my thing is right now the way Giannis looking with that jumper. I don't know.
Yeah.
Talk about a man improving on himself.
This man, he got a consistent, smooth jump shot. It's scary hours. It's literally scary hours. Like, Giannis is gonna be. He's gonna be the man of the league. Like, he's really gonna be the man. If he
it's his league right now. It's his league. It's
his league. Like, if this man gets a consistent jump shot and he can still drive on.
He's just now entering his prime. He's just now entering his prime.
He's hitting that prime.
Somebody
else won a championship. He has the ability to go back to back if he wants to. So I mean, he's like, let's run the block again. So
all right. Second and last question before we wrap up the show. What happens first? Ben Simmons gets traded. We already know your answer, Donovan. Ben Simmons gets traded, or Kyrie Irving suits up for the Brooklyn Nets.
Ben Simmons gonna get traded first. This man Kyrie Irving was playing pickup football in New York. This nigga's not coming back.
He was.
He not coming back, bro. He
was.
Not coming. Yes, he was in Brooklyn playing pickup football. Cuz not coming back. Like he's dead as like, all right. He's not coming back. So yeah, Ben Simmons probably gonna get traded before Kyrie ever suits up for the Brooklyn.
Yeah. Ben Simmons, he's taking a page out of the James Harden playbook. Like he's doing everything in his power to force his way out. So
look, if the Sixers win tomorrow night,
but I think But I think both are. But I think both is going to happen this season. I think Simmons will get traded. I think Kyrie will suit up for the Nets.
Kyrie doesn't have. The only way he suits up is if he gets a vaccine. So
no. Because New York State could easily change his mandates. Because money talks.
They ain't changed their man's date for fucking Kyrie.
There's a mayor election coming up, bro.
All right,
not for Kyrie.
But maybe Durant going to our head. So not wild.
But I think both is gonna happen. But those are our thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. We also love to know your thoughts. So basically, like, comment your thoughts in regards to, like, what do you see happening first? Does Ben Simmons get traded? Does Kyrie suit up? Also, like, who are your best and the worst? What's your best and worst from Week 6 in the NFL? We'd love to know your comments and thoughts. I'll leave them down in the comment section of this video. And if you enjoyed this video, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you're new. And also comment down below as well. And also, shout out to those of you guys that support us on Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify as well. We appreciate you guys. So with that being said, let's plug ourselves on the way out, fellas. Let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
If you don't know, it's just the Noel Austin on everything. IG, TikTok. I don't do TikTok, but I watch them. TikTok, Twitter, IG. If that's your thing, cool. But that's everything. School is my thing right now, so it's really just been school, going to events. Probably go get back into some articles, do some fashion articles for.
I thought you were gonna say get back to the community. I'm like, oh damn, you really taking this Kyrie thing?
Right. We gotta get that next off the racks, man. We gotta get.
I got some ideas with off the racks. I got some people I can hit. I got some episodes. I just wanted to be perfect. I wanted to be right. So I definitely got some stuff working, and yeah, that's really it.
Mr. Donnie, y'all call me Donovan, although that's your name on the screen in the middle, Wilkins. So Everybody know where they can find you.
That's my my slave name.
Okay, Kyrie.
Okay, Kuta Kinte.
Okay, Malcolm.
But
y'all niggas too young.
I'll be really busy this week. Developing a 35 film. Behind the scenes on the red carpet of Philadelphia Film Festival, and I'll be supporting Philadelphia local. Great
I'm so proud of my God.
Check them out tomorrow if you're in the Philadelphia area. 8 p.m.
That's a great time, man.
World Cafe Live, a fan favorite of ours. But yeah, I'll be really busy.
Yeah, I'm so proud of my God, Donovan, man. My man got his own press badge, got his face and name on it.
Yeah, I'm trying
to be like here when I grow up, man. Bro, Afropunk was not. They were not letting me have my moment. They would not let me have my moment. They would not. I was there. No, and there's no dig to Afropunk.
We still love you, Afropunk.
Oh no, we love y'all. No, don't get me wrong. I love the event. I love everything. It was just wild because it was a mix-up. Because it was okay. Short story before you get off. Yeah. I get to Afropunk on Sunday. We had a complication on Saturday. I get there on Sunday, and I'm like, okay, I need my media credentials. So I'm like, okay, My plan was to go there, get some interviews, get some sound bites. Tim's was there, Rico was there, Fushi was there. I was gonna get some sound bites for Tuck, compile the story, maybe get some contacts for the future. I'm assuming I'm going backstage where most of the media was. I was like, okay, whatever. I get to go get my media pass. I'm like, oh, okay, I want my media credentials. She's like, oh, okay. Looking through the thing, they hand me a press badge. I'm like, okay. I'm like, so where do I go? She's like, oh, this is for the pit. I'm like, what's that? And she's like, for like the photography. I was like, no, I mean like media, like journalistic. She's like, oh, we don't really, because of COVID, like a lot of people aren't going backstage, and we're not really handing out media credentials like that.
But you're giving out pit badges.
But listen, everybody there was either fully vaccinated or had a negative test. What are we talking about? Like I was just like. Okay, but listen, there was people going in and out of backstage too, and I was just like, "Huh,
nigga, that's where you just go."
Like, bro, you act like really? You own the place. Shit.
No, but but there's literally special badges. Like they were checking. Like at some point, like they were literal like badges. Were like it was a lanyard, and it had like the thing and it said press. At least it had press on it. Like I'm not stupid. I'm like, so this is what it is, and so I was just like. All right.
Maybe she confused you as a press photographer.
I wasn't, because there was emails. I pulled up the email. She's like, yeah, but I just don't know. And I was like, you know what? You may just not.
Was she white?
No, this is Afropunk. What? This is not a medieval fest. This is
Afropunk. When you hear Afro, you just think of the hairstyle? Like
no, I think of a gentrified music festival.
White, like no, racism. I mean, it's racist matter, but no, she wasn't white. But it was just one of those things where I was just like, okay, the more you know. I'm a young journalist, I'm still in college, I'm learning. So, now I know to command my stage. It's like, no, I'm here to do a thing and whatever. But you live and you learn. We love you, Afropunk. You just kind of
shout out to you guys.
I wouldn't say all that, but you kind of did me a little dirty. But it is. I still love it. I love the event. I love what they're doing at Afropunk. I love Afropunk. Y'all just did me a little dirty, so it is what it is. I love y'all still though, but you can't make it up. Call me in a couple years. I'll host Afropunk, but you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. But it's all love. But I'm proud of my boy Donovan getting his little press badge. Next up is the Oscars. Me and Donovan gotta go cover the Oscars or something.
That shit would be fire.
That'll be tight. That'll be tight.
Fucking fire.
Man, go cover the Oscars or something. We get a tuxedo, man. We get our little credentials, man. Something like that'll be hard. So, proud of my boy Donovan.
Hopefully we get some like that. I don't miss it in my email.
Man, I'm waiting. It's like Ladale's like, hey, yo. Ladale's like, hey, y'all go do that. Just what I'm saying? We just do a thing. Man, but nah. Shout out to Donovan. This man getting his press badges and stuff. Man got his own PR networks and stuff. So hey, man, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up.
You guys own agent.
Exactly. They're talking for contract extensions. Like, he wants a max contract.
Know your worth, man. Know your worth.
My man's on his DeAndre Ayton shit right now.
He's like, I want more. It's like, okay, all right, bud, simmer down. You went to the final.
No, but in all honesty, shout out to Ladale and True Urban Culture, because they are the ones that put this mindset and mentality on me to achieve these goals. So I wouldn't be here without them. So.
Fashion, we may have to hit up Complex Con. I can take a flight to Long Beach.
Train the next generation. That's all we do.
I go to Complex Con. So
yeah, fuck Complex.
Oh, come on, bro! You fucking up the bed.
Fuck y'all niggas.
Peace.